Hi everybody, I'm Bill Sanders and this is Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. Today what I want to do is to take a look at some watches that would be an instead of or substitute for a Rolex. Now, this isn't to say these are better than Rolex or they are just like Rolex. It's nothing like that, but rather we're at a time right now where the prices, Rolex prices, which is probably one of the most popular watches in the world, the prices are crazy high and they're just not that available. I mean, you're trying to find one you want that maybe a couple years ago was several $1,000s less and you could get them just about anywhere. It's not true anymore, at least right now. And so I thought, well, I'll take a look at some watches that are available, that are same level of quality as Rolexes, and see what we can find. It's sort of instead of a Rolex, maybe you can find one of these that'll make you happy. Okay, the first one is instead of a Submariner. Now, I know subs are one of the most popular Rolexes, and again, like I say, I'm not trying to say that these are better than or exactly like, but they're at the same level. The first one is $8,800, and they're fairly available. And this is a Grand Seiko Sport High Beat 200-meter diver's watch. This watch, the thing about Seikos is that you get a lot for the money, and they're well built, and they have their own movements, and a lot of the same virtues that Rolex has you can find in these. Another one is the Glashütte Original CQ. The CQ is again, very similar. It has the rotating bezel and the date over at 3 o'clock. It doesn't have the what do they call the cyclop eye or anything like that. But this is another one. Now the list price is 10,200, but you can find new ones. Now this is one thing you're not going to find too much with Rolex, and that is that you're not going to find discounts like this. However, with Glashütte Original, you do find discounts. And this is a watch. I mean, you're not getting any lesser of a watch. You're simply getting ones that are less in demand. Now, the next ones are instead of a GMT Master II. GMT Master II is really one of my favorite Rolexes. I've got a few that nobody likes that are other Rolexes that I like, but I really like the GMT Master II as well as the Explorer 2 with a second time zone. And here are a couple other ones, and these are different in a lot of ways. The Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Duetto. Now this is one watch, and what you do, you flip over the top, and you have another watch on the other side. And Reversos are great watches. My wife has one and she loves it. It's just a plain one, but this is the guy's model, and it's very versatile watch. Also, one of the things that I like about leather bands or gator bands, you can change them for different kinds of occasions, and here for something more formal, maybe a black gator band might go with that. Another dual time, actually we're dealing with, they call them GMTs, but we're really talking about dual time zones, is this Girard-Perregaux 1966 dual time. It's not from 1966. It's one of the model groups they have called the 1966. Now, this particular one is very interesting because they quit making it, just like they quit making the Rolex prints. So sometimes they just phase them out because they don't have a lot of people interested in them. This one I really like. It is a dual time watch. Now, originally they were $10,000, and I found one for around five. Brand new. They're just on the secondary market, and you can find a lot of great deals on it. And I happen to like this particular one. And again, Girard-Perregaux has their own movements on that. And it's the 1966 is a generally pretty popular style of watch. Now, the final one is instead of a Datejust. And Datejust are that they have a date, and they're a little more fancy, I guess, than some of the other ones. Certainly than, well, let's see, the Oyster Perpetual or one of those. And these are two. There's two of them that I really like, and they're very, very good buys. First of all is the Piaget Polo. Also, some of them are called the Polo S, just a big letter S, and I'm not sure what the difference is. But the list price on Piaget Polo at the Piaget site is $12,300. Now at Joma's shop, I found it, and again with your metal bracelet for $96.50. So you can find, again, brand new, you can find these things, unlike Rolex. You're not going to find a lot of discounts on Rolex, but these you're going to find high quality watches, excellent quality watches at lower prices. And Piaget is a very well known, very good brand. Now, one I like a lot is this Bulgari Octo Roma. The list price on this is $6,800, which I think is a steal for a watch of this quality. A lot of people see Bulgari and say, "Oh, that's a fashion brand." It's not at all. It's. They have excellent watches. The movement in it is a BVL 191, which is owned by Bulgari and made by Bulgari. So again, this is another one. Instead of a Datejust, these are a little fancier. They're very nice watches. And again, I picked one with blue dials on this one for no reason other than I like blue, but they have them in black. In fact, Piaget has a very attractive green dial one too. Bulgari may as well. They have white dials, blue dials, and black dials. I know for sure. Whether they on the Octo Roma they have that. Now there's the Finissimo that's a lot more expensive, but this one I think is one of your best buys around. Anyway, again, like I said, this is not to detract from Rolex one iota, but rather there's something that when you can't get them and you can't afford them anymore, time to look around and see what some alternatives are. Let me know what you think. And until next time, this is Bill Sanders for Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection.